Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Monday, January 13th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping in. I'm a light worker, a shamanic practitioner. I do oracle readings. I read tarot, dabble in astrology. I have a very clear channel to the spirit world and to spirit guides. So if you're in need of a little extra assistance, why not book an appointment with me? My information and website are listed down below, and I appreciate you stopping by. Let's jump into our cards. This is a general reading for everyone. Our first card today is from the Major Arcana, so it's especially true. And we have Lady Justice, number 11. Now we see this divine woman standing in her sacred circle, which is not really even a circle. It's shaped more like a butterfly, which is all about transformation. And she's sitting in high council, listening to all sides of the story. And there are so many different elements. We can see that by all the images here, which way the scales are tilted, how fire is over here, fire in the sky. There's a lot of activity going on. Well, what's that all about? Lady Justice shows up when it's time to really assess what's happening in our life. And it might be a good time to stop and take really assessment, okay, that's what I'm hearing again, of your actions, of your past actions, of your present actions, of where you are. You know, you had a lot of intentions. We're now almost a solid 2 weeks into 2020. Some of you set some serious goals with diet, nutrition, employment, those sorts of things. So it really is a time to assess how are we doing and listen fairly to all of the sides of the story. Now, here's one thing to remember here. She's blinded, right? She has a blindfold on. So she's not looking because we know visually it influences where we're headed. So as an example, let's say you wanted to lose weight this year and you're only looking at the scale, or you're only looking at yourself in the mirror and taking stock and passing judgment. Lady Justice sitting in that, and you might not feel good about that. Well, it's more of an inside job. Those voices that she is listening to today is to your story and the stories you're telling yourself, and from all the different sides. Now, I know, coming from my background, and many of us in my generation were raised with very harsh parents who were judgmental about us physically, and so we pick up those voices in our head and take them over and are harsh with how we look, how we appear, whatever. So this is a time for you to really assess that and look at that story from a different angle. All of these different perspectives are about you checking out whatever story you're telling yourself, but from what angle, what point of view. Is it for your highest good? Is the inner critic taking over? Is it about you truly stepping into the beauty that you are and uplifting the other stories that are going on inside your head? And I'd show that card again, but I dropped it on the floor, and we got to keep moving. Our next card today is the Vast Vista. This is from the Denise Linn Sacred Travelers deck. And it says, expand your horizons. So while you are in judgment of perhaps where you are, what your progress has been up till this point, this card is asking you to set your stakes higher. Reach higher for that goal. Reach higher. Allow yourself to go beyond whatever vision you had for yourself, and let yourself step into realities. I've said it how many times here. Your future is not just in front of you, it's all around you. So take stock. And oh God, I kind of hate the phrase think outside the box, but it really is about thinking outside of your regular way that helps you make this transformation. So many of you are eager in making these changes so that you're living more of your life purpose and you're stepping into your future so beautifully. So survey that. When you are listening to the judgment that's coming up, remember to defend yourself. And remember that I'm only bringing it up because I know that defense is the first act of war, but that's what what's her name says, Byron Katie, I believe. But beyond that, it is about really standing up for yourself too, especially if you suffer from a harsh inner critic. Really, uh, really look at it from both sides and give equal time to the other perspectives, right? Don't allow the cranky one to just get all the airtime, because that's typically how we roll. And then our final card today is to check your boundaries. So perhaps you had, I'm just using diet because this is really something that comes up often in the beginning of the year, is diet. What are your boundaries? Check your boundaries around your diet. Notice if you are sabotaging, I hate that word, or cheating, I hate that word, or making other, I hate that word too. Whatever. Look at why you might be stepping off your path with that, or what is really triggering you to not take the best self-care of you. Sometimes we just need to really step in and go deeper with the self-care. So look at your boundaries, especially as you're stepping outside of your box. Okay? All right, my dear. I hope you know how much I love you. Sounds like it's going to be a real interesting day. Be sure to give equal time to that inside voice, especially if you have some harsh criticisms coming up that perhaps are just not necessary. It's true. You can let go of that. All right, my dear, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.